Game Freak, the ones who make Pokemon, they are making a samurai game and they consider it ambitious. Okay. Anything outside of Pokemon is ambitious, not to disrespect Pokemon. It is in my top 5 favorite franchises of all time. But we don't have any more details other than it'll be published by Private Division and all we have is a screenshot of concept art. But there's some talk on the internet that Game Freak can't make a game outside of Pokemon and that this will flop because Game Freak can only make children's games. If you're that person, you're nuts. I'm in on this. Pokemon is the highest grossing franchise of all time. Yes, over Star Wars. Yes, over Marvel. Yes, over Disney. It's a $92 billion franchise. And you're going to bet against them. Right. Okay. Well, Anthony, their catalog outside of Pokemon is small. So what? Steve Jobs only made computers until the iPhone. Bill Gates was stuck on Windows until the Office Suite. McDonald's was all about the Big Mac and fries. And then they got into coffee. Companies who can one trick do it because that's what's making them money. It's not because that's all they can do. It's only up until recently that Pokemon started to lose its luster, and that's because it's mostly been the same forever. Now that they're branching out and trying different things, people like it, but Game Freak is dealing with performance issues and bugs. I don't know. Maybe making an open world game is really hard, and doing it on 6-year-old hardware is even harder. Something to consider there. But you feel like Game Freak is going down the tanks, not because of what's recent, but because historically their games have been polished and well done. Outside of Pokemon Red and Blue and, recently I guess Scarlet and Violet, none of the games have really been all that busted. Game Freak cares about quality. They're not going to go into the business of shipping garbage. That's not their DNA. And then they're publishing with Private Division. It's another great reason to bet on them. Look at what Private Division has published. Ollie Ollie World, great game. The Outer Worlds, hit. Kerbal Space Program 1 and 2, hits. Ancestors, mostly positive on Steam. Their only flop is Disintegration. Private Division is willing to take chances, clearly by the catalog that they have. Only one flopped. So to me, it seems like they're good at choosing the good ones. If you're Private Division, why wouldn't you bet on Game Freak? If you were a publisher and Game Freak approached you with a great pitch, what are you going to say? Nah, you guys are the ones who created Pokemon. Only the biggest franchise ever. We'll pass. If I'm Private Division, the checkbook is open. Now, I'm not saying this Project Bloom will be the next Pokemon. It's a samurai game. There's just already limited appeal with that. Pokemon has infinite appeal. You got kids, you got adults, infinite appeal. That's the obvious difference. But that doesn't mean it'll be bad. Now, are there concerns? Yes, there is a concern that Game Freak doesn't have a big enough team to create a AAA game. I'll buy that argument. I'll buy that. But considering Private Division is willing to take a bet on Game Freak, which has largely just worked with Nintendo most of the time, not to mention as much money as Game Freak has built up over time with Pokemon, I'm not going to say money solves everything, but I will say money gives you the opportunity to have more success after failure. And so here's Game Freak trying something. I don't know about you, but I'm betting on Game Freak. What are your thoughts on Game Freak creating a samurai game? You know where to comment. This is YouTube. Interested in what y'all have to say about this. Tap whatever thumb you like and subscribe for more conversations on the latest games and news.